Recipes start with Oddlands, proud sponsors of Catherine Leyden on Ireland AM.
Catherine Leyden is back in the kitchen once again, and I have had one of these already.
Not only that,
delicious.
he had one and spilt it all over the floor just before you came back. Catherine, it is lovely to have you here.
Thank you so much. Now,
mozzarella tomato
tartlets. Now, in here I've put 250 grams, that's 9 ounces of our cream plain flour. I've added some salt and some pepper. And to that, we're going to rub in 6 ounces, that's 175 grams of butter. Now, it's best if this is good and
room
hard.
temperature. Oh, no.
No, for pastry.
Hard?
Good. Hard, yeah.
I'll never learn, will I?
And then you just coarsely rub the butter or the margarine through. Now, ideally, at home, I would pop this into the freezer for about 20 minutes before I make my pastry.
Okay.
And then I just grate it into the flour.
Why would pastry you want it cold?
Because you want nice crisp, light pastry.
Yeah.
And the high oven temperature and the cold ingredients gives you a nice light pastry.
And does that happen because you'll just have big blobs that haven't gone mixed in?
No, it's better to have the big blobs, as we have here. But if that's gone soft, Tommy, you'll end up with a soggy, greasy pastry. Now, just add sufficient water to bring the mixture together to form a dough. Now, gradually add the water because, as we've said umpteen times before, if you put too much in, you can't take it out. But you can always add a bit more. Now, you bring the pastry together to form the dough. And then you turn it onto a lightly floured board. And I'll just show you what that looks like now. We're not going to lightly knead it, but just gently roll it in the pastry, on the floured surface. Okay. And
it all comes together.
It all comes together for you. That's what it looks like, okay?
Perfect.
Now, I have some that I've already rolled out. I just want to show you how to roll this because you like to get some nice layers in the pastry. So you just lightly now I've half the quantity here.
So how long had that been in the fridge?
I had it overnight last night, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, and it does help if you put it into the fridge before you go rolling it. Now, just to show you what I mean by rolling it over and over 3 times. Lightly roll, lift it, turn it. Now, you'll actually see the piece of butter or marge through it.
Yeah.
Now, I'm just doing this to show you what you do, because we say you do this 3 times. Bring it up 1/3, over 1/3, and round again.
Okay.
And you just roll it. And repeat and repeat. Right. Okay? 3 times.
That's the bit on the Great British Bake Off, and it's like, oh, they're doing it in thirds. They're going to mess it up.
Going to mess it up. Now, that's that done. Here I have it. When you've that done, then you roll it out, which we have here.
There you go.
And you take a saucer or a side plate and you cut it out in rounds. Now, I have 3 of them done, 2 of them done there already, so we just put this on.
And is that kind of the ideal thickness? What's that?
Yeah.
Like
what I say actually is roll it out thinly. Okay. Basically, okay? Now, you just prick that well with the fork. Roll it out thinly because it does almost double in size.
Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes treble in size. Okay? And you lightly brush it with some beaten egg.
Oh,
and into the preheated oven.
I know.
I love pastry.
400 Fahrenheit, 200 centigrade, gas mark 6. For about 15 minutes.
So would this be short crust pastry or would this be like veal?
It's really kind of a rough puff pastry, really, with the layers in it, okay?
I was just sitting there, are you going,
what? Did you know that?
You're learning more now,
my mother's a pastry queen, so I kind of know those things.
Is she?
She, oh my God, continually making pastry. So if people want to do this the easy way, buy some puff pastry. You'll be fine.
No, you do not. How dare you?
Now, it's at this stage, you put them onto a wire tray to cool.
Okay.
They can be made a few days in advance into an airtight container and take them when you use them. So you have them prepared.
Brilliant.
And then just lash on your tomatoes.
Oh, lovely. So if you're having people over, you can just have them
Correct.
done.
And you can just have these done in advance, which is wonderful.
I just love pastry, tomatoes, mozzarella and pesto.
It's one of my favourites too.
Oh, it's just, this is the dream.
Now, onto this, we're going to put some thin slices of mozzarella. I find nowadays the tomatoes aren't great, but the cherry tomatoes aren't too bad at all.
Yeah, well, it's good to go and spend extra few quid if you can to get the really good
juicy ones. Yeah. So we should be having our own ones in now shortly. That done.
Yeah.
Here we have the mozzarella. And a lot of people associate cheese with getting hard. Mozzarella's best the fresher it is, the softer it is.
Okay. So it doesn't get too juicy though, does it? Because you know when you put on like
soggy,
pizza, it gets all watery and stuff.
There we go. No, just do what I've done there.
Okay.
Bit of salt and pepper. And then you just drizzle with some olive oil. And it helps if you reduce the temperature to 180, 350 gas Mark 4, and in for a further about 10 minutes until the cheese is melted.
Okay.
So a little drizzle of olive oil.
You're teasing me here. Come on, Catherine.
Come on, we put these in now.
Put the hand out there.
And we'll take out.
No, we want a nice warm one.
Oh, you want a warm one? Sorry.
You want a hot one, of course.
Yeah.
So 10 minutes is what you're putting them in for?
10 minutes.
Look at those.
That's what we get.
And then do you put just put the pesto on after?
Exactly. We're going to put the pesto on now. For you to sample them.
Okay.
Sample them?
Yes, Missy.
He's going to sample them. He's had about 5.
Are they very hot?
They are hot.
Oh, maybe
so just watch yourself.
Let's have a look at one of these ones. And we'll let them cool down. We'll have another
Now
one.
just drizzle with some.
Okay.
Give me out your plate there, we'll throw
Hold on,
we'll go with this
one. My mouth is burnt from yesterday, so we'll try one of these ones.
His life is so tough these days, lads.
And drizzle with some olive oil.
They are messy.
Or pesto.
But they are
but they're
delicious.
They are absolutely delicious.
Catherine Leyden, thumbs up. Are you going to join us in the kitchen more often?
Now.
If I don't go into the kitchen, they don't give me food.
Look
So
at that.
They're
There we
dreadful.
go.
Simple out.
Dead simple.
Catherine
Perfect
Leyden.
starter. If you're having a few people over, you can prepare it in advance. Catherine,
And get them into the oven.
Eat it.
thank
falls
you
out.
so much.
My pleasure.
It is lovely to have you here. It's lovely to be in the kitchen as well, by the way. Now, after 9, we continue to focus our attention on Ireland's housing crisis, and Alan meets a musician protesting against the skyrocketing cost of rent.
Back after this short break.
Great recipes start with Odlin's, proud sponsors of Catherine Leyden on Ireland AM.